With March break around the corner, travelers could be getting a break on COVID restrictions.
We're continuing to look at the posture to ensure that people are able to get back to the things they love as this Omicron wave begins to recede.
Sources say the federal government is close to doing away with PCR testing for fully vaccinated Canadians coming back to the country. But with protests against vaccine mandates across Canada, the Prime Minister stressed those rules will remain in place.
The measures that the Canadian government brought in on needing to be vaccinated to get on a plane or a train, or needing to be vaccinated to work in the federal public service are not among the things that we are considering changing.
But some infectious disease experts have joined the travel industry on calling for change on test requirements for returning travelers.
There are better ways to be looking for variants of concern in our communities.
We do have to adapt our border stance because we know it's pretty impossible to reduce every single case of importation.
Canada's top doctor says the most recent data shows, even with PCR testing, 6 to 9% of travelers still entered Canada with COVID.
I think it's a money grab and it's inefficient.
Jeanette Smith applauds easing restrictions. She recently paid $300 for PCR tests that didn't come back in time for her trip home from visiting family in the U.S.
I think if necessary, we could do a rapid test, and that might be sufficient.
The country's chief medical officer of health says that Canada has to be on guard against new variants, and the way to do that is through detection. That could mean that random arrival testing is here to stay. The government is expected to make an official announcement next week. Ashley Burke, CBC News, Ottawa.